Rory Underwood, a man who's played for England, represented his country in 3 World Cups, scored 11 World Cup tries. You're a man with the highest pedigree when it comes to rugby. What have you made of the Rugby World Cup so far? Do you feel like it's kind of sparked off into life this weekend?
Well, yeah, it definitely has. I mean, it's like the first weekend, you always want it to start with a cracker, and I'm sure the organisers very much wanted it. And we've had quite a serving across the whole of that weekend from the very first night with France and New Zealand. The first half you could argue wasn't the world's greatest, but the match didn't have sparkling life. And for the host nation to win their first game, it just sets everything up. So the French are obviously looking forward to the next few weeks. And then we've had some interesting games, a cracking game, some interesting controversy over the weekend. So yeah, looking forward to the next 5-6 weeks.
But in terms of Tom Curry's red card, you must have seen the tackle sort of full speed first time. Were you surprised that it wasn't a red straight away and it was upgraded, or how did you see the referee make that decision?
I think in that, I mean, the point I'm going to make about it is it's that circumstance. I think there was an element of I'll just let somebody else check because it was a jumper coming down. There was a change of height by the Argentinian fullback when he caught the ball and was coming back down, and so there's elements of quite a lot of people and bodies around there. I'll let the bunker. That's what it's there for. And I personally, I think that is a very good example of using the bunker system.
Mm.
Yes, some referees would have given red cards, but that gives the opportunities. Well, come off the pitch, so it's exactly the same as a red card. Potentially 10 minutes. But then when the bunker system looks at it, they can look at all the different angles they have opportunities to and look at any mitigating circumstances and resolve that. So the fact it wasn't given a red straight away for me doesn't lose anything. The bunker system did what it's supposed to do. The bit that's really confounded all of us watching is you see Jesse Kriel going into a contact situation in the South Africa-Scotland game, head-to-head contact. There was another one in the Chile game I didn't see, but somebody made a comment about it. And I can't remember, I think last night, possibly in the Fiji Wales game, there was another one. But one was a yellow card and that was it. But then one wasn't even taken. The Jesse Kriel one wasn't even picked up by the TMO. And you look at that was a head-to-head contact, and you just go, why wasn't that even picked up?
Right.
So
what's the difference?
that frustrates us as supporters watching the game as to whether it's a red, a yellow, or whatever. Let the bunker system sit in, but why didn't the bunker system pick that up?
Yeah.
So that's the thing that frustrates me. But going back to, I think it worked well. It was yellow, but with the bunker system, could be upgraded to red. I personally get very frustrated with the whole context. Yes, I get safety is a very paramount importance, but from my perspective, we're starting to get a situation where we're trying to create rules that are it's very easy to try and stipulate the rules in a cold light of day in a room, but trying to apply them in a physical contact, split second decision with multiples of 360-degree type movement changes, and somebody's got to make a decision in that split second. The two things are so far apart. And the first thing I thought was we had that, and we had the Argentinian Caceres, the fly half who took out George Ford. In both those circumstances, you sort of thought it's a bit like the rules and the rules makers are affecting the game rather than allowing the game to go on. So it's a very difficult balance. It's going to be some people completely disagree with what I'm saying, and the whole context. But for me, it's how do we try and make sure that the games are being decided by what's on the pitch. I've heard, and people have said England indiscipline. Now, to me, that wasn't indiscipline by Tom Curry. He got his technique wrong and whatever, but indiscipline to me, especially when it's talked about foul play, that's a deliberate action to go and do something.
Yeah, stamping in a ruck or something like that. Yeah.
And thinking about the number of times there are contacts in a game, well, don't get me started on that as well.